Hello, hello, everyone. Starting to join. I see y'all popping on here. Were y'all waiting for me? I was teaching a class, and of course, sometimes, I get going. People ask questions, and can you tell I've talked for so many hours today? I'm starting to get hoarse. I'm so glad. Now, are y'all excited? Hello, hello, Raider Mom. This is subscription week. Good evening, good evening. So we're doing subscription live tonight. When are we doing the next one? Saturday. What else? What's today? Wednesday? So, yes. Subscription only live. What is my, look at my, let me look at my posting to see when I'm going live. Oh, okay. That's right. I'm going live tonight, tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Central Time, and then Saturday at 11 a.m. Central Time. So, look at y'all, Thursday and Saturday. I was confused because I thought Thursday night I have something else, but I forgot I'm going live earlier in the day and then doing my other thing later at night. So I'm going to go live and then go do my deal. So I'm so glad to see everyone here. I'm so excited for this subscription week. All right. So let's see what we got going on here. Jillian, I see that you want to talk to Avery. Is Avery younger? Is Avery a younger kid? So Miss Jillian, is Avery a younger person? Like 8, 9, 10, somewhere in there? Okay. I'm having a younger person here real quick. So we don't usually start these out spirit-led. But looks like we're going to. What I'm hearing from this young lady is y'all need to think outside the box. She is not directly related someone here on this live, I feel like. She is related to a friend or a cousin, like she's a little bit removed from you. This little girl, I'm hearing 8. But if you knew someone who was 7 or 9, somewhere in there, then we'll take it. She was ill. She had an illness when she passed. And she is showing me that she was sick for about a year before she passed. There is an H name around her. I'm not necessarily convinced it's her name, but there is an H name around her, like Haley or Heather. She was more from the western part of the United States, I'm hearing. All right. So now think outside the box. Think of like someone you know who had a friend's child die. So I don't feel like she's directly related to someone on this live. She's showing me that she isn't. So she is saying she was around 8 when she passed. She had an illness. I'm feeling she was ill for about a year. I'm hearing an H name around her, like Heather or Haley, something like that. And she was from the western part of the United States. Does she sound familiar to anyone? All right, I don't see anyone claiming her, so we will put her on ice and then circle back to her. All right. Who do you see?
Did you know? Carrie's dad, Rod.
Okay, Carrie, your dad, Rod. Excuse me. I've been sitting in this office for like 8 hours today. All right. Carrie, are you in the house still? Carrie, in the house. Now, when we talk about your dad, Rod, I'm seeing someone stepping up, and man, this guy just absolutely loved you. He's also showing me that he was a fixer. He could fix things. He is showing me that he also liked to watch some kind of sports on TV. I'm thinking it's sports because he's kind of yelling at the TV. And I only know people to yell at the TV when there's sports on. Okay, so Miss Carrie. Does that sound like your dad? Would he yell at the TV when he was watching sports? Did he like to fix things? And I'm hearing that you look at him through rose-colored glasses. So that means he very much appreciated that you didn't see his faults. Not that you didn't acknowledge, but you just didn't even think about him. Like that was just your dad. Okay, why is he yelling at the TV? I'm seeing him yelling at the TV. Can you go? Oh, no. I was about to make you go live. It's like sometimes it's so much easier whenever you're live and you're just back and forth really quick, Because he's showing me yelling at the TV. And I'm not quite sure what that's about. Have y'all been recently yelling at the TV? Was someone in your family recently watching sports and yelling at the TV? That's what that is. He's referencing being around someone who is alive, yelling at the TV. It's you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Kay Lewis was saying it. You yell at sports, Kay Lewis. All right, so, was it Carrie you said?
Carrie with CBS. She said not me.
She's coming across Molly on here.
She is, yes.
Okay. All right, so, okay, Lewis, I still feel like we are back with Carrie. Let's go through, because he is definitely showing me, does someone in your family, Carrie, does someone in your family yell at the TV? Okay, little girl 8, Harmony, West Arizona. Huh. All right, Kara, stay put. Okay, Carrie. I was confused because my moderator was saying that you were Carrie, but your name comes across Molly. Is someone in your house yelling at, I had cancer for 1 year? Okay, very good. Okay, she did a really good job with her description. So, Kara, please stay put, and we're going to come back to you once I finish this reading. Okay, so Molly, you're saying probably you that was yelling at the TV. I'm sorry. I can see my radiation marker. Sorry, I do not go around marking on myself with a magic with a Sharpie. I didn't think you were going to be able to see it because you can't see it on my laptop, but that's a radiation marker. I did not just go around drawing on myself. Okay, he's very much, Carrie, talking about that he's going back to you looking at him through rose-colored glasses. Also, this guy had a really heart for little girls. Because he is showing me pushing that little girl, the one who I brought up earlier that has now been claimed. We're going to circle back to her. Like, he was pushing her to the forefront. Like, step up, honey, step up, step up. He was really encouraging her and giving her the strength to step up. Which says a lot about, I know it does match my shirt, right? And so it says so much about his personality and how he really looked out for others. He had a heart for young people and very protective. Like, he was very protective. He's also saying that you have been going through a little bit of a depression, and maybe depression isn't the sad, melancholy. That's the word. I'm feeling you just going through a little bit of melancholy. And he is saying that you really depend on the sun. Like, you are someone who, if you don't get the sun, if you can't be outside, like absorbing those energies, you get extremely melancholy and to push through, push through. The holidays were really tough on you, he's saying, outside of not getting a lot of sun. The holidays were really tough on you. Some family things going on. You were really thinking about and missing him. And he wants you to know that he was around you, and you did a lot of things to remember him over the holidays. I see you looking at pictures. I see you putting up some ornaments for him. Have the winter blues. Yeah. I have some friends that do that, and very much wanting to encourage you to. Oh, he's saying to dance. He's like, dance, play some music, dance. That'll make you feel better. He also wants you to know that he can hear you talking to him. So that tells me that you've been talking to your dad. Should have joined my class. I had an intro class starting tonight. That's why I was a few minutes late. So just know that he is around you. He sees what you are doing, and whenever he talked about how you're feeling and telling me that you really like the sunshine, and if you don't get the sunshine, you start kind of like getting melancholy, is definitely a sign that he is around you and he sees what your struggles are, and also that he can hear you talking to him. He's referencing a little dog who is alive and on earth. He makes me want to go down and like pet a little dog who is alive and on earth. So just know he also is around that little dog. All right. Thank you so very, very much for letting me read him. Okay. Now we're going to circle back to, was it Kara? Kara, you had this little girl who came back who was, who stepped up that was spirit-led. And we came up with, I said she was around 8. She died of an illness that she had had for about a year. There was an H name around her. You're so very welcome. Okay, so who was this to you, Miss Kara? Who was this person to you? I'm going to repeat the identifying factors so that people listening can watch or can know what we're talking about. And I said she was from the western part of the United States. And you came up with an H name. I don't remember what the little girl's name was now. Harmony. And you said that she was from Arizona, so you hit the name. Arizona, western part of the United States. You said she was 8. And a friend's daughter in our neighborhood, very good. And also that she had had cancer for about a year. So you hit absolutely every single one of the identifying factors. And I just want to, tell this little girl that she did a good job with that. And also I had said that she didn't belong to anyone specifically on this live, but I could tell that you needed to kind of think outside the box. Oh my goodness. So you weren't even one of my subscribers. You subscribed so you could hear this. Wow. That's all I have to say is wow. That she knew you were watching, and quickly, I mean, she was here. I could not even get to, because I was actually trying to read someone else and she barged through. So the timing was perfect on that. I'm not sure if her family believes in mediumship. A couple of things. If they do, this live will be posted on my YouTube channel. Oh my goodness. She said, I saw her picture today and heard I'm going to talk to you for mom and dad, and here we go. This reading will be on my YouTube channel in a few days if you want to send her parents to my YouTube channel to watch it. There is a lot of guilt associated with her passing, and of course I kind of push it to the side because everyone feels, when you lose a child, you always feel guilty because you always feel like, oh, they're my responsibility, I need to save them. But it's something about, like, she wasn't feeling well and the doctors didn't catch it right away, and I'm just feeling her mom or one of her parents saying, I should have pushed harder. And she's like, no, they were acting in her best interests, and no one fought harder for her than they did. She's also talking about, she's like, I chose them. She chose that life, and she chose her parents to be hers. They have done something to keep her memory alive, and she is acknowledging that. It feels like some kind of walk. You know, like how people will do walks to raise money, to do like a fundraiser. I don't know if you know anything about that, Kara, if you can identify that or not, if you know about this, if there's some kind of fundraiser they do in her memory. But it's an acknowledgement. She sees what's going on. She's also showing me that there is kind of like there is memories of her all throughout that house. And she has, oh, very good. It's a nonprofit. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This little girl, let me tell you, I don't know if you've ever had a reading before, Kara, or if you've ever just seen a reading, but I will tell you, this little girl is slam dunking this reading. She is just being phenomenal with her information, so I have to give her kudos for that. She was primed and ready. She's giving me a hard time because I was actually turned this way all like for the last hour and a half teaching a class, and then all of a sudden I turned this way and instantly I was like, oh my goodness, I have to go live because I went from the class. And I could feel that pressure. Like I could feel the pressure of Christy, go live, go live, go live. And it was her pushing me to that. You know, she also sends her mom orbs. So you said that's how she lived, primed and ready. I can feel that in her. She is very much. No, I'm not hearing a nickname on her. She is showing me that she sends orbs. So her mom needs to check the picture she took over Christmas time. That's when she was really around. Her mom was really missing her around Christmas time. And there will be some orbs in those pictures. So tell her mom to check those. And also there's a camera around the house. I'm not sure if it's a security camera or if it's like a Ring doorbell, but it's a camera. I'm seeing a film and there's like some sparkles on it. And that's her. All right. Thank you so much, Kara, for taking this information for her parents. If they would like to, like I said, this will be on my YouTube channel in like 5 days or so. It takes a little while to get it turned around, just when you have a lot going on. So I want to appreciate her. And thank you so much, because, you know, it's always hard when you're the first reading of the night. I was like, oh, wait, we're going spirit red. And no one was taking her. I was like, what? She was being so clear. You did get pulled in. I appreciate that. So any other spirits want to pull people in? Thank you very much. I'm all about that. All right. Should we do another spirit led? Mm-hmm. Okay, we have like the little girl gang tonight. There is a little girl stepping up. And this is a little one. I want to say 2, 3, somewhere in there. Okay, so we have a little girl, 2 or 3. You know what? She is showing me... I was going to say that she passed from medical malpractice, but it wasn't necessarily medical malpractice. I would call it that. She's hesitant to say that. She was sick and in the hospital, and through a series of unfortunate events, whatever was wrong with her got worse, and it wasn't caught. I call that medical malpractice. She is calling it a series of unfortunate events. Okay, this little girl is showing me that she had a doll that she carried with her all the time. Like in her arms here, it was this little bitty baby doll, and she carried this doll with her all the time. I'm hearing the word angel. I don't necessarily think it was her name, but I think that now that she has passed, her name has now been called, you know, she's now the angel baby, my angel baby, my angel baby. I'm also hearing that what she went into the hospital for necessarily, I don't know that necessarily would have taken her life. And so there is, of course, a lot of angst over that. On her headstone, she's showing me her picture. Her picture is on her headstone. This little girl was not cremated. She was buried. All right. Does this sound like anyone on here? Let's see. Let's see. Does this little girl belong to anyone? I know, Danny. I hope her family is here too. The other little girl, I was like, oh my goodness, what are we doing here? But someone popped right on. All right, so we are going to put this little girl on ice for a moment because, just stay right there, honey. You know what? She also sucked her fingers. Because when I told her to come stand over here by my chair, like where I put spirits, she came over and leaned on my chair and put her 2 fingers in her mouth. So she had a habit of sucking her fingers. All right. So if anyone can identify her, please put yes in the comments. But we're going to move on to another reading, but she'll be here waiting. All right. You got someone?
Amy, Dad, Ralph.
Okay, Amy. Miss Amy. Okay, we're going to go back to someone asked if I can repeat it one more time.
That's Kara again.
I'm going to repeat this little girl one more time, but then we're going to move to Amy and her dad, Ralph. So Amy, if you're in the house, make sure listen up. All right, so the little girl that I said she was around 2 or so, when I told her to wait a minute, she started sucking her fingers. And so she would have someone who sucked her fingers. She has a little doll with her, this doll she carried everywhere. I'm hearing an A name around her, but I think it's more like Angel Baby. She became the Angel Baby. Also, I'm feeling that her passing was more related to some medical glitches that occurred during her care. All right. I'm not seeing anyone claiming her. Jillian, was Avery around 20, give or take? I happened to be looking at your name coming across the screen because I was waiting to see if anyone was claiming this little girl before I moved on to Amy. And when I read that, someone stepped up and she just has a feeling of being around 20, give or take. Give me something else real quick, and then we'll put you. Did she have an illness, Jillian, where towards the end of her life, I mean, she was so incredibly weak. I just having a hard time. Oh, Avery is male? Yeah, no, we definitely have a female here. But that does help me pick through the spirits for him. Okay. We're going to circle back to Amy right now with Ralph. But we'll see if we can pick through and find Avery here in a second. Okay. It was Amy's dad, right? Amy, did your dad wear a uniform to work? I'm feeling this gentleman stepping up and he's in some type of uniform. I'm not convinced it's a military uniform, but I'm feeling uniformity to his what he wore to work every day. Also, I'm feeling him going to work and there is like a hat that he would wear. He's also showing me that his hands, I don't know if you remember his hands. For one thing, he had very kind of beefy hands. And they were always cracked and dry. Like he should have been putting more lotion on them. He didn't like the feel of lotion, he's telling me. All right, Miss Amy, does any of this fit your dad? Okay, Amy might have left. Amy deserted us. Amy, did you desert us? All right, we might have a spirit up for grabs. Looks like Amy's not in the house. Okay. I know, Amy. Amy, where are you?
There's an Amy that just liked the live.
Okay.
I can't say it soon.
Okay. All right. Looks like Amy's not in the house anymore. So let's see who this spirit actually belongs to. This gentleman is showing me that he had to wear a I know. Hang tight with that baby bell. Patty Ann, I described a little girl who was stepping up earlier. I don't know if you heard all that, but I'll circle back to her after I'm finished identifying who this spirit is right here. This gentleman wore a uniform to work. Oh, you think Amy just joined? Okay. I don't know who we have here now. And he's showing me he had to wear, like, it wasn't like a military uniform, but he had to wear the same clothes to work every day. It looks more like, I wanted to say a butcher, but he stopped me. But kind of that white type uniform. I'm feeling he had to wear something in his uniform was white, and it was a hat associated with it also. But not like a hard hat, like a hat that matched his uniform. And his company's logo on this white uniform was blue. A blue logo to his uniform. He is showing me that he was pretty serious. Like, when he was at work, he was very serious. He's very conscientious about his job. There was no messing around when he was at work. He did not play when he was at work. None. You go to work and some people are joking around. And nope. Had to get work done. He didn't play around. Okay. Also, I am still hearing an R name. Like Ralph, Raymond. Something like that. This guy was as dependable as they come. He would talk and have a little bit of fun, but he had kind of just a serious underlying personality. But the biggest thing I can see is this white top he would wear, like a chef or a butcher, and it had a white logo on it. Does this guy sound familiar to anyone? Let's see, how many followers does Patty Ann have? No. All right. Okay, so Patty Ann. Jill, I haven't forgotten you. I had described a little girl earlier, and I'm not sure if she's yours or not, but she was a little girl, and I said she was around 2 or so, but she could have been younger, and she liked to suck her fingers, like when she was, rusting or, zoning out, she would suck her fingers. She also had a little doll that she would carry around, so she makes me want to carry this doll and suck my fingers at the same time. Bella was not as young as 2. Okay. Also, I'm hearing, like, someone called her an angel baby. Like, since she has passed, that's kind of become her name, was Angel Baby. And she died from some medical, okay. Can anyone claim this baby? She died from a medical, I keep wanting to say malpractice, but she won't say that. She won't take it. A glitch. A medical glitch is what she will say. So does it?
That's not Bella.
No, it's not Bella. Does anyone claim this baby? I could even go a little bit older, but not too old. I mean, because she's still sucking her fingers.
I think Bella was probably about 5.
That's what I was getting. Okay, Miss Patty, does this fit your Bella except for the age? Because the thing that was throwing me is the sucking of the fingers, and usually by the time they're getting older, they're not sucking their fingers quite as much, but she's showing me sucking her fingers.
Beverly said she had a granddaughter. His name was Alyssa. But now she's asking you, where did she die? Oh my God.
Okay, so Beverly, does the rest of it fit? Does all the information fit? Because I'm hearing this A name, and the sucking of the fingers, dying from or passing from something that was kind of a medical issue, a medical glitch. All right, so I'm going to bring up another one. I'm going to, if it all fit, Beverly, please just put a yes in the comments if it all fit. But I'm going to move on, and I'm going to try to bring...
She was 3 months and she died in her sleep.
Okay. Yeah, no, this little girl was sick. It was a medical issue. Okay, Jill. Avery. Okay, so now when I said Avery, I was in my head a little bit being like, Avery, because I kept looking for a girl. Every time I said the name Avery, I was going through the spirits and I was tapping into girls. And of course, there are some men over there, but, okay, but did everything else fit, Patty? Did she still suck her fingers at 7? That's what's got me. And he is teasing me, like, Avery showed me he had a really good personality. He said, yeah, it's like the boy named Sue. Do you know that Johnny Cash song where, you wanted, his dad named him Sue to toughen him up. And that's, okay. And that's what he's talking about is, like, he definitely got teased about his name. But he was a funny guy. He's also showing me he had a beautiful smile. This smile was very catching. And also, yes, he did get teased about his name, didn't he? And the smile, oh my goodness, Jillian, this smile is just electric, is what I would call it. And he's being so funny, because when I say this smile is electric, I don't know who it is that stands like this. It was like a commercial or something, and they did like this, and like it would ting off of their smile. Do you remember that commercial? Was that Dentine or something? I don't remember. Anyway, he showed me that funny commercial, which says something about his personality. Also, he is showing me that he tried to be fit, but he was not always successful. He said he liked to orbit gum. There you go. That's what he was showing me. That. Also, Jillian, he's showing me that he's talking about trying to be fit, but he just liked to have fun too much. He liked all the eating and drinking, but he said, I gave it my best shot. I gave it my best shot. Also, he is telling me that you need to sing more in your car, that you need to sing louder. He can't quite hear you, which he's teasing you. And how I know that, he says that he rides shotgun with you, and I said prove it. As y'all know, I don't let spirits just step up and say, hey, tell them I'm around them. They have to prove it. And so he's just making me want to sing, and that you need to sing louder in your car, like you do sing in your car to the music. And I see you be bopping around, you're looking, and you're actually, he's showing me someone who handles stress very well. And you just don't take life too seriously. It's because you've had a lot of crap happen in your life, and you have done a very good job, he is saying, of rolling with it, rolling with the punches, and realizing that you can't just take life too seriously. He's also showing me that there is someone at your work who is not giving you credit where it's due. Do you know who he is referencing, Jillian? Let's see what she says here. Oh, she's not popping up. Possibly. Okay. Let me see if I can get more information from him on that. I asked what this is about, and he shows me that someone like you are doing a really good job, and you've recently really been going above and beyond, where any good employer would step up and say, hey, good job, Jillian. But he shows me this person is just kind of ignoring it out of jealousy. And you have felt that, but you have kind of denied it. You're like, why would they be jealous of me? I don't have anything to be jealous of. So just know that whenever you are, like, that feeling in your stomach comes up and you're like, are they really jealous? Yes, they are. And he's saying to watch them. And to sing louder. So this gentleman loves music. He shows me he loves hearing you sing. He loves hearing music play. So when you have a spirit who has a love for something like music, he's going to get to you through music. So when your music starts glitching, and it shouldn't, whenever all of a sudden your like your earbuds aren't connecting and they should, or they connect and drop and they're just doing weird things, that's going to be him, because he's always going to get to you through your music because he loves music so much. And he is saying, I'm not going to... He's wanting me to say a bad word, Jillian, and I was kind of refusing to. But he says, and don't you like that bish at work? And he said the word bish. He didn't say the actual B word. He said, don't let that bish at work take credit for your work. So make sure you're watching her. All right. Thank you, Jillian, for letting me read him. Okay, so we still don't have this little girl claim. That's the only spirit we haven't had claimed tonight. Oh, no, we had that one other guy, too. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. This gentleman, let me recap this gentleman. I'm hearing an R name, Raymond Ralph. And he is showing me it's either a chef or like a butcher's. It looks like a white coat, like a chef or a butcher would wear. And the hat and everything. This gentleman had a love for food, had a knack for food. Like he just knew. He knew what was going to taste good. He could tell the good cuts of meat. Very serious about his job. There wasn't a whole lot of play. Like I was saying, a lot of times people will play at work. They would joke around. There was no joking around for this guy at work. No. He had serious business with his job. All right. I'm not seeing anyone. Nope. Not grabbing him. All right, who's next?
I have Zena, Mom, Maria.
Okay, wait a minute. Someone said their brother Rick did cater.
Lisa.
All right. That would fit the R name and that the chef thing that I'm feeling. And was Rick really serious about his, he was your classic chef of don't mess with the food. Also, he just had a knack. He'd also always had a knack for what went well together. He's also showing me that he did not... he wasn't feeling well before he passed, and he just kept blowing it off. He kept blowing it off and didn't go to the doctor. I don't know if you can identify that, because I don't know if this is someone who would have complained about it. He's also making me have a headache. Like before he passed, he had headaches. Miss Lisa. Lisa. All right. I think we are with Lisa here.
Sorry, I missed what you said.
Oh. What did I say? I don't remember what I said now. What did I say?
Knack for taste of food.
Oh, yeah. Okay. This
What went together?
This gentleman always had a knack for food. He's not showing me he had a lot of education. Like he didn't go to big culinary colleges. He just had a knack for food. He knew what naturally went together. He was also very serious about it. You don't joke about the food. He also is showing me that towards the end of his life, he did not feel well, but he didn't go to the doctor when he should have. Like he kept blowing it off. And he's also making me have a headache. Like towards the end of his life, he was starting to get headaches. Miss Lisa, does that sound familiar to you? You know, Lisa, he's also showing me that you have...
Yes. She said yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Lisa. I already knew that you were going to say yes. I was just going to roll into the reading. I was like, yep, I can feel that yes coming. Let me just roll into the reading. But I do appreciate you confirming anyway. You know, I like my confirmations. Yeah, he was very sick, but he didn't go when he should have. He was showing me that he hadn't been feeling well for a while, and he should have gone to the doctor, and he didn't. And I don't know, he's still making my head hurt, so I don't know if you can identify that. Not a big deal. He is talking about that he is wish that he would have kept... I know y'all had a decent relationship, but he wished he would have massaged that relationship more, that he would have been more about family and getting together, and instead of chasing his dreams. He's also showing me that you have some of his... Like, I know a lot of his recipes were in his head, he's showing me. And there's a couple of them that you are saying, I should have written those down. So when Spirit talks about... He was very stubborn. Yes, he was. When Spirit talks about... Yes, 7-year-old babies, I can get them all. When Spirit's talking about how you've been thinking recently, I should have written that recipe down. It's just a sign they're around you and they see what is going on. He's also talking about there is a relationship around you that has been giving you some troubles, and it's a male. And he's telling me to tell you to stand your ground and put up boundaries. Like, you're really frustrated with the situation. You know it's not right, but you are just having a hard time standing up to it. And he makes me want to, like, put a steel rod in your spine, like, stand up straight, stand your ground, put up some boundaries. All right, so thank you so much for taking him. He did a really good job. I was worried for a moment that we were going to have someone that, yes, it's your living situation. I'm sorry, Lisa. I'm sorry. It's bad when you're in a bad living situation. He is very much reiterating, tell you to stand your ground and put up boundaries. You're tired, though. I can feel that in you. You're tired of fighting this situation. Sorry about that. All right. Let's see what we got going on here.
I have Danny on the list next.
And who do they want?
Best friend Michelle. I know she was on the live last night, but I don't have her name written down. So.
Okay, so Danny is a person on here.
Danny is a person on here tonight. Best friend Michelle.
Okay, Danny, are you on here? Your best friend Michelle? Danny.
I'm not sure how she comes across yet. I didn't compare the names.
Danny.
There she is. Danny Bronner.
Okay, very good. Okay, so Michelle she comes bebopping into this reading with, I was going to say a bottle of wine, but I should not say it's a bottle of wine. It's a bottle of alcohol of some sort. 2 glasses in a hand, the alcohol in the other. And she comes like dancing in, like she would have been the life of the party. She's also showing me she liked to do the girl thing. She liked to put her makeup on. It's not like, though, that she, like me, I wouldn't even go out to my mailbox without makeup on. She wasn't that bad. But she liked to do the girl things, like doing her makeup. It keeps showing me pedicures. Did y'all used to go and have a lot of pedicures together? Because she's definitely taking me down to and referencing a pedicure I just recently had. She's also showing me big shades. It's like, why is she taking me up to her face? I had to stop and focus on her face for a minute. She's showing me big shades. Like she loved her big sunshades. Okay, why is she showing me? We're not going to hang on this. She did act like that, but you said no petties together. So I want you to think about, have you recently had a pedicure? Have you recently gone somewhere and had a pedicure? Because she's definitely referencing one that I recently had. It could be a sign that she's showing you that she was around you. Also, she is telling me, oh, like the big shades. I was like, what did I just write down? Big shades. She is showing me that you still talk to her, and sometimes you will just, I see you just staring at your phone, wishing, oh, please, yes, please ask her that, Danny. Please ask her if her daughter has recently had one. It will make her feel so good if she's recently had one and her mom is referencing that, like her mom was there and saw her getting this pedicure. That would just make her daughter feel so good. She's showing me, Danny, that sometimes you will just stare at your phone like, oh, I wish I could text her one last time. I wish I could text her. And she is also saying that you never replace her. Not that you don't have other best friends, not that you don't have other good friends, but you never replaced y'all's friendship. And she had that same look. Y'all were like soulmates, but the same, we every once in a while find those friends in this life we're just soulmated to. They might be of our same sex, and it's not like a sexual relationship, but you're just so incredibly close. She also wants to thank you for being there for her daughter. Was it her daughter or you? Someone has gotten a tattoo in her memory, and she wants to reference that also. You know, it's so hard, Danny. I think about some of my good friends, and honestly, it would be hard to lose some of my good friends, harder to lose them than it would be to lose some of my family. Not my immediate family, but yes. So anyway, let her daughter know that she is referencing the tattoo and then the pedicure. Oh, her daughter was going to get a tattoo and you're wanting one. Yes, let her daughter know that. I feel like her daughter just misses her so much. And I just feel her, I have to think that she is busy and can't call. Oh, that she's so busy that she can't call you, but she's, oh my goodness, Danny, I actually love that. You haven't actually admitted to yourself that she has passed. You just tell yourself, oh, she can't call me. She's busy. She's busy.
Our daughter almost ended it when she passed.
Yeah. So it would do her daughter good to let her know that her mom is around her and sees what's going on. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just want everyone to know I will not be messaging you. It has been so bad that my moderator was even messaged by someone complaining because a scammer was coming after them. I don't know what else I can do. I have you're welcome, Danny.
I'll talk to her again. Thank you.
She is, yeah, she'll be so, I feel like I just feel her heart shining when you give her that message about her mom. So, yes, the scammers have been hard and heavy. So, I will not message anyone. You can only book on my website, www.ChristyGodwin2ndMedium. I do have an emergency appointment. Every week I will open up like 1 or 2 emergency appointments. This week they're set for Sunday. I don't think they've been booked yet. Let me just check. Have they been booked yet? Oh, I'm trying to close everything down for my class. Good grief. Booking. Nope, I don't think the emergency one has. All right, so yeah, and those are on Sunday. All right, so what else we got?
I have D. Aroma. Jerry.
Aroma.
It's like grandma.
Jerry, you said?
Jerry with a G.
Okay, D, you're oh my Jerry.
Yeah, I got you, Z now. I'll get back to you.
D, you're oh my Jerry. So this Oma stepping up is showing me that she was like a little, her love language was food. Definitely her love language was food, and that she, I want to say she talked with an accent, but I don't feel like it was an accent from another country. I'm just feeling there was she used a lot of slang. She was she didn't articulate her words real well. She's also showing me that she always wore very sensible shoes, is what she's calling it. And so this would have been, for someone to call out sensible shoes, it just means it's someone that, y'all would tease her about it. Y'all would have teased her about her sensible shoes. She's also showing me her hair went gray, and she would always pull it up. Like, I need to pull it off my shoulders. She always pulled her hair up, and it went gray. She did not dye it with salt and pepper. Also, she was in the kitchen all the time. She has not left the kitchen. She was in the kitchen all the daggum time. Usually they'll pop into the kitchen, they'll show me something, and then they leave and go and do something else. She was in the kitchen all the time. She is showing me that, I was like, you have to take me somewhere else in your house. Take me somewhere else. And she took me to the bathroom where she would use bath powder. She's showing me that stuff in her bathroom would have powder on it because she always used bath powder. All right, looks like we might have a spirit up for grabs because D has not joined us back. D, 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 D. All right, so we're going to put a spirit up for grabs because D does not look like she's in the house. Electric, is this her? She says
Electric, yes.
Yes. Okay, D, does this sound like your grandmother?
Electric, Scranton City.
Does this sound like your grandmother? The person I just explained. Does that sound like your grandmother? All right.
I'm sorry, can you recap?
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Mine's in the kitchen.
Please, people, when I call your name, listen up. What?
She was handling her little one.
Handling your little one. Then we'll give you grace.
Yeah.
I know what that's like, handling a little one.
I get it.
I do get it. Okay. Oma is showing me that she, where was I? Oh yeah, we'll start in the kitchen. She has gray salt and pepper hair. It's put up. She wants me to take my hair up off like this. She is also showing me she always wore very sensible shoes, and she always had her legs covered when she was wearing dresses, like hose or stockings, but I'm feeling like they were kind of, like they didn't fit real well. I'm feeling like there's some wrinkles around the ankle. She had some circulation problems towards the end of her life, and actually more than towards the end of her life. And some of her issues were health issues were directly related to her diet. Like she did not watch what she ate at all. Actually, she's laughing. She said, I watched it go right in my mouth. So there you go. She's talking about the old country. So I didn't feel like she was a first generation immigrant. So I don't know.
Sounds exactly like that.
Okay, very good. Then you did a good job. Oma almost gave you away. Miss Oma almost gave you to someone else. She's talking about, her name is Dee, right?
Her name is Dee.
Okay, very good, Dee.
She was from Holland.
Oh, Holland. Okay, you know what? I did say that earlier. I said that she talked with an accent. And in the old country, yes, very good. And those sensible shoes, yes, it does remind me of those shoes I see of people from Holland wearing. Yes, I get that now. Very good, Grandma. When I said very good, Grandma, she did this like, yes, I did that. Dee, she is, oh my goodness, you miss her. Like you miss that she was such a stable force on this earth, like someone who was just very stable, very always had sage, wise advice, and was not much for the drama. She's also talking about, she's showing me you ripping your hair out, like you must have more than just one little one. I saw you said that you had gone to check on your little one. You must have more than one little one because you're very, very busy. And she is showing me you have been, like you used to have things that you would do, like reading and things that you would do that soothed your soul, and you've kind of gotten away from that. And she's saying, don't forget those, like don't forget yourself. You're really self-sacrificing when it comes to your family, and I get it. I mean, I was like that when I was a young mom too. You never take any time for yourself. You know, you go to bed at 10, up at 4, and you're hit the ground running. She is very much telling me though, don't lose yourself. And you've really been struggling with that. You've been struggling with like who you are, where you, and when you're feeling stuck in life, when you're feeling that like Groundhog Day, you know, your life is the same thing over and over and over, do something creative. Do something that is, and creativity is different for everyone. For me, I like to cook, I like to read. Other people like to hike. Do something that feeds your soul and a passion. It doesn't make you money, and it's not, might not be painting, but whatever it is that feeds your soul, she's like making sure you start doing that because you're starting to get really burned out. She is showing me that a light just flickered off and on. So she's going to mess, when you see a light flicker off and on, or your electronics do something weird, she's the one doing it. She wants you to know she's around you. And so when you see those lights flickering, it is going to be your Oma. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read her. All right.
Looking for her mom, Maria.
All right.
Looking to see if you've read her before.
Miss Zena, you're welcome. You're welcome, Dee. Okay, Miss Zena, are you in the house? Your mom, Maria. All right, so with Maria stepping up, Maria is showing me someone who was, this lady was very classy, and it wasn't the kind of class that comes with money. It's the kind of class that comes with, I don't even know how that comes, like, always knowing the right thing to say, always finding the right way to speak her piece, but not being in people's faces. She's also showing me some of her jewelry being passed down. And it's not jewelry that's worth a lot of money. It is just jewelry that has sentimental value. She's also showing me that she used to, I'm not quite sure what she is doing, if it's Sudoku or if it's crossword puzzles, but she's doing one of those little puzzles in a book. She also liked calm. Like, this was not someone who liked a lot of, reminds me of me. If you come to my house, okay, very good. If you come to my house and there's no one home, sometimes I'll have music playing, but you know, I talk all day long and I have spirit talking to me and clients talking to me. Sometimes I'll just have silence. Like, I don't need any more noise. And she's showing me that she kind of liked that. She liked the silence sometimes. Zena, she's showing me that y'all were very friendly. Y'all were more friends towards the end of the life than anything else. And, true. I don't want to go live with you, dude. No, you. And that she's going to get to you through your music. Like, she keeps making me want to go to my Alexa. So do you have Alexa on a playing device like that that would just randomly pop on or off? She's going to be messing with that. Whatever your device, I think Alexa is the only thing like that, or a remote speaker. We do have a Bluetooth speaker in our house. Yes. Very good. She is the one messing with that. So Your Alexa's not going crazy. Your Maria mom is just making it happen. She also is telling me that you talk to her all the time and she absolutely can hear you. And that you are very clairaudient. You can hear spirit also. And sometimes you think you hear your mom in your head and then you stop. You're like, I don't know, was that really her? No, it was really her. So just acknowledge that. I know sometimes it's scary when you start hearing voices in your head and you think you're talking to yourself, but no, it's your mama. And she is showing me that you look at her, you're not going to be able to kind of take what I'm about to tell you. She's warning me of that. Like the message she's about to deliver, she wants to say it, but you're going to say, I don't remember that. No, I remember her being a great mom. But she's showing me that she wished that she would not have been so uptight as a mom, that she would have just been more fun and more joyful and just more about having fun instead of getting things done. She is acknowledging that you do not, that's not the way you remember your childhood. You do remember her being fun, but she still says she wants to apologize. It needs to be said. And you do a much better job of that. She said you do a really good job of just enjoying life and, not sweating the small stuff. So good job for you. All right. Thank you so much for letting me read your mom. Thank you. Thank you. And just know the next time your Alexa is acting weird and doing strange things, it's your mama. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining this live tonight. I will be live again, subscription only, tomorrow night and then Saturday at 11. I will not. You're welcome. You're welcome, Raider Mom. I will not be direct messaging anyone. The only way you can make an appointment with me is on my website. I hope everyone has a great Thursday.